What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy Goblin, and today we're coming in with a video talking about the best edibles ever. These shits, oh god. But before I dive into that, I do want to mention real quick, drop a like if you do enjoy, subscribe if you're new, yada yada yada, fuck the intro, let's dive into it. So, this happened, fairly recently, I'm gonna say that, and on this particular day, I want to actually start this off before I even get into it by saying that I'm not someone who eats edibles very often. I mainly stick to smoking blunts and, occasionally doing some dabs, but I'm not a huge edibles guy because, I'm kind of a chubby dude, so it takes a little more to get to me in terms of edibles. And also, I don't know, I'd just rather smoke at that point, but either way, at this particular point, I call up my boy Chris, and we were already planning on hanging out today. I call him up, I'm like, yo, I'm probably going to come over in like an hour, let's chill, let's smoke, let's play some games. He's like, all right, sounds good, see you soon. So, I get ready, I leave my house, I go grab a couple packs of blunts and head over to his house. Now, I had some extra money on me. I already had some weed, and his older brother is, my longtime connect, as many of you guys probably have heard through my videos. And, I'm talking to him, ask him what he's got, and he's got these, these new kind of edibles. He's always got some new, just different thing, I guess. It's always weed related, but it's always some different thing. It's usually not just weed. There's always something else there. But, on this particular day, he tells me he's got some edibles, and I'm like, all right, I'm like, whatever, I'm not that interested. I figured they were probably just some normal homemade edibles. I was like, whatever, I'll probably pass. But I was still curious, and I kind of wanted to see him anyways, and Chris was kind of insisting. He was like, bro, you got to look at these. So I was like, all right, let's see them. And I remember these really, really vividly. It was this big green bag, and it was like vacuum sealed. Or not vacuum sealed. It was sealed really well, though. It might have been vacuum sealed, actually. But either way, it was this really big, green bag that looked really well made. And I think the company name was, Carables or something, like Caribles, I think. They were really fire. The packaging looked pretty professional, and I was like, oh, these are the real deal. These are some medical ass edibles right here. This is not some homemade shit. And what it was these sour strips. I don't know, it was a mix of a fruit roll up and a Sour Patch Kid, if that makes sense. They were amazing. I'm not gonna lie, they were spectacular taste wise, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm looking at these and I'm like, oh shit, and I'm looking at the bag, just trying to get an idea of this shit. And it says there's 400 milligrams of THC per bag. So I'm like, all right, I kind of want a few of these bags just because if I'm going to buy one, I might as well buy a couple if I really like them, just in case. So I end up buying 4 of them. And, let me tell you, I'm excited. I'm very excited for these things at this point. So the first thing I do, as soon as we finish smoking a blunt, almost as soon as I bought these things, Chris was already in the process of rolling up a blunt. We smoked a big fat doinker. Let me tell you, I was already pretty cooked going into this scenario. It's kind of it's almost like, let me think of a good way to put it. It's like when you go to a pizza place and instead of buying, just ordering a fresh pizza, you get one of those, half-cooked ones that's frozen to heat up yourself. That's how I was going into this. I was already half-cooked before the edibles even touched my mouth, So, either way, back on topic. So, we finished smoking this blunt. I bust open a bag of them. Now, there's 10 little, pieces, but it's not, very much. The bag was big, but it wasn't really as much as it appeared to be. So I just cleared the whole bag. I literally sat there. It took me a couple minutes. I cleared the whole bag. There's only 10 pieces of it in there. And, I figured, all right, that's all I'm going to eat for now. I'll be straight for the night. And, of course, I ended up having some more later, but we'll get to that. So, anyways, I'm kicking it for a little while longer, and, we only smoked that one blunt, and pretty shortly after I ate these, I had to dip, so I shook up with Chris. I was like, all right, peace out, see you around, hit me up tomorrow. He's like, yeah, see you tomorrow. So I go back home, and, it didn't quite hit me yet by the time I got home, but I was anticipating it. I was pretty excited, I'm not gonna lie. So, I'm sitting down, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my free time. I'm like, all right, I could play some games. I could smoke more weed, which would kind of be stupid. I could masturbate. There's just many free time options that I had at that point. And I decided I'm going to play some PlayStation. So I hop on one of my favorite games, Yakuza. If you guys haven't played that game and you own a PlayStation, you're fucking tweaking. By Yakuza 6. That shit just came out. But either way, I hop on Yakuza. I'm playing that. And, maybe 5 or 10 minutes after I hop on, I get this very distinct feeling. And for those of y'all who have had edibles, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that edibles are not like smoking, and edibles are not like dabs. They're their own beast. They are something totally different than any other kind of, way to get high, really. The high is just different. It's a body high. It just feels like you got hit by a truck, or at least for me it does. And let me tell you, that's how I felt. It felt like I was sitting in that chair, tied up, okay? Tied the fuck up. And I'm on I'm in the middle of a highway and I can't really roll my chair around or anything. So I'm just stuck. And a giant ass semi truck driven by Steven from the Crack Review just runs me the fuck over. And but it doesn't hurt. It's like, I don't know. It's like the truck feels good for some reason. So, I'm just completely plastered into this seat. For all I know, my bones could be broken. I didn't even know if I had limbs anymore at this point. But I knew one thing on my mind. I kind of sort of wanted to get higher, just for the fuck of it. At this point, I wasn't even focused on the game I was playing or anything else. I was like, I wonder how baked I could get right now. So what I did was I busted open another bag of them, and I ate half of it. I was like, all right, I'll throw in another half bag that's 600 total milligrams of THC, which, by the way, for normal people, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot to some people, and that also doesn't sound like much to other people, because people are probably thinking like 600 milligrams, bro, that's not even a gram, but that's straight THC. When you smoke a gram of weed, you don't get nearly that much THC, That's the equivalent of like smoking probably about 3 grams, I'd say. So more or less, I don't know the exact numbers. It depends on the strain. But either way, I ate another half bag as I was already getting baked. And, I get into this certain kind of mindset when I get really high. And my mindset is, especially when I'm playing games, I just want to dick around. My mindset is like, I just want to be a fucking idiot right now. So I get off Yakuza and I get on Fortnite. And I hit up Chris and I'm like, listen, Chris, we got to play some Fortnite. He's like, all right, bro, I'm getting on. Let's fuck some shit up. So he hops on. We're playing. We're smoking motherfuckers. Not really, but like in my head, we're smoking people. In reality, we're landing it tilted every game, and he's just laughing his ass off because I keep insisting we land tilted, and then we just die really quickly. And it's just a mess. But nevertheless, we're making the fucking effort, boys. So we're landing it tilted every game. I think one game I got 4 kills, and that was like my pinnacle achievement. I was like, oh my god. And we're just laughing our asses off. We went in squads on accident, and there was this guy on our team with a shitty mic, so I was just baking him. I was just calling him a piece of shit, rat bastard. I was just being a scumbag. And let me tell you, it was pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. But either way, I didn't really feel the second, half bag of edibles, or the half bag of edibles that I ate after the initial, full bag. Like, it didn't really hit me like the initial high did. It just kind of slowly set on as I played, and more I sunk into my chair and just got cooked out of my fucking mind. I got whipped up like a Thanksgiving turkey, and I was delicious, I'll tell you that much. But either way, eventually I decided there's no way I can play games anymore. I'm slumped. I'm tired. I can't do this. So I hop off my PlayStation. I get on Netflix. Let me tell you, one of the things I do when I'm really fucking high is I watch documentaries, all right? I watch quite a few documentaries, and I'm watching this, jail series on Netflix right now, and it's, seeing inside prison. And whenever I'm really high, I find that kind of shit fascinating for some reason. I don't know why, but when I'm sober, I can't fucking stand it. Can't watch even 5 minutes of it. Only when I'm high am I interested in it. So I end up watching maybe like half an episode of this show on Netflix, closing my computer, shutting it down, getting in bed, and watching it on my phone until I knock the fuck out. And let me tell you, I got some good sleep. I slept for a solid 11 hours. I woke up the next day feeling irresponsible as fuck. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.